Welcome! Today we're going to guide you through the process of adding users and assigning concurrencies on Attentive's AutoMeasure platform. We'll start by focusing on adding users to an account, a task that is reserved for administrators. Admins have access to a special tab called Teams. To access this, navigate to Settings and then proceed to the Team tab. Once you're in the Team tab, you'll find an option to add an email address on the right-hand side of the page. At this point, you can input any email ID to which you wish to grant platform access. For example, we're adding our teammates. You also have the option to designate a new user as either a pro user or a light user. Now let's explore the capabilities of a pro user. A pro user can submit, edit, share, and export a takeoff, performing all tasks that an administrator can. On the other hand, a light user has more limitations. They are primarily there to view a takeoff and possibly add comments. They can also raise a ticket on an aerial takeoff. You can also find here the restrictions for a light user. The cost associated with adding a user as a light user or a pro user is clearly displayed. Once you've made your selection, all you need to do is click on Send Invite. As you can see, it indicates that an invite has been sent to my teammate. The invitation is now pending. Moving on to the next part of our tutorial, administrators can check the status and track the number of users, as well as the status of invited users, on the left-hand side. This feature allows you to monitor the current situation and see the status of any recently invited users. This leads us to the next aspect, concurrency. Each pro or standard user can access 2 concurrent processes. This means that a user can submit multiple properties, but the platform will only process 2 at a time. For example, if a user has 10 properties and navigates to the home page, they can search for a property. Let's say they type in a property to measure. They follow all the steps here, confirm the non-boundary, review the takeoff, and then click on Proceed. The takeoff is then submitted. Now they can go to the Property Queue tab. If they've added 10 properties, this queue will display all 10. Once one of the first 2 properties is processed, the next one in the queue is picked up. Hence, the concurrency is 2. Users typically have the option to get 2 properties measured concurrently. However, as shown on the Team tab, they have the option to purchase additional concurrency if desired. For instance, they can click on these 3 dots. They can select Assign Additional Concurrencies. We are then directed to a page where it says 0 out of 4, Purchase Additional Concurrency. It indicates that 0 concurrency is available to assign, so additional concurrencies must be purchased to assign more. Click on this, Assign Additional Concurrencies. As you can see, if there are no concurrencies to assign, they will need to click on Buy Now. Once Buy Now is clicked, 4 concurrencies will be received. Now that you have 4 concurrencies, you have the ability to assign them to users. Let's assign 2. This means that, in addition to the 2 properties that can already be processed, the user will now have the ability to measure 2 more properties simultaneously. Once you confirm, you will have 2 more concurrencies left to assign. When your team member accepts the invite, you can then assign them the ability to process 2 additional properties. And that's all there is to it. For any additional information, our customer success team is always ready to assist you.